Okay, this is another viewer question. Um, it's about Compiz, so let's open this up. The first thing you want to do when you want to make changes to Compiz is back up your current settings. You know, if you make some changes and you don't like it, you want to roll back to the old one. Go here where it says Preferences, and just export it out to a file. So we just call this my Compiz settings. Okay, and at the end of this, you have to type in the extension is .profile. All right, and save it wherever you want. I'll just save it to the home folder. So save, and it's gonna ask you what is this? Do you want to skip default options value when exporting? I guess no. So whenever you make some other changes and you don't like the new changes, you can roll back, just import it, and look for that file again, and open, and you should have your default or your current settings or your old settings back to normal. So that's how you do that, convenience wise. So back to the question. I'm not really sure what he was asking, but I think he was asking for wobbly windows. Okay, check this, and it will do that water effect when you move it. See? So that's how that's done. Done deal. The next one is what was that? The groups and tabs. Just check this, and it'll tell you to disable some other ones. Go ahead and just disable it, and go in here, and I'm gonna do some changes. So first of all, you have to know the hotkeys. Okay. So the hotkey for single Windows for the keyboard is Super S, but I like to use the mouse hotkey also. So let's go and enable that. This is just what I like. Now in here I set it to Control and the left mouse button. You'll see why in a bit, but so that's the hotkey for that. And there's the grouping hotkeys here that you should know too. So the super is just the Windows key, and then GUR, all that. And then they have the tabbing groups hotkey, which is Super T, and this other one to navigate left and right. What is this one? Enable glow. You'll see that in a minute, but and they have some other options here where how does it affect the groups. So let me show it off first of all. Let's say you have 2 or 3 windows, doesn't really matter. For this instance, we're going to do 2. So you have 2 of these, alright, and you want to group them. So it's Super S if you want to do it from the keyboard, Super S, and you see how it's faded out like that. And then Super G, and you see how it's color, the purple around here. It's going to give you a random color. So now when you move this window, the other one is affected also. Okay. You can actually resize it, and the other one's not affected. Now this one is just based on what you have here in your settings. See, if you put resize windows or every windows, it'll resize the other one. So if you want to check that, then if you resize this, the other one will be affected also. So that's how all the settings are. As far as the tabbing, you see how there's 2 windows, and whichever one is focused, you can actually tab it to it. So Super T, and you see how it's tabbed. Now when you go on and hover over the title, you have like these mini views of it, and you can flip it like that, or use the hotkey, which is a super left and right, left, right, done deal right there. Let's say you want to ungroup it, or ungroup it. So you can actually undo the tab. If you do Super T, you'll go back to normal. Ungroup is Super U, and you see you're back to normal, right? And as far as for the mouse hotkey, I use what was I set up to? Hold control and then highlight it. I like it like this, and then you can use Super G to group it. And there you go, you have it in a group. Now let's say you want to add another one. Like let's say you open another window. This is not part of the group, you see. It's not part of the group. If you want to add it, it's still the same way. You have to select this one and that one. So if you do it by the hotkey Super S here and Super S over here, and that's how you would group it together now. See? And now all three of them will move. So that's that. Now let's see, ungroup this. Now if you're doing from the the mouse like this, if you want to ungroup it, just do the same thing again. Or I mean unselected, you have to do the same thing again, and you're back to normal. So that's how that's done. And I think that's it. I explained everything. Oh yeah, when you group it, everything is affected. Well, it depends what settings you have, but even if you minimize it, everything is minimized. You see that? So it depends what you have here on your settings on the last tab here in generals, but it depends on you. And there you go. That's how you do that. All these other options not really important, just like some effects and all that. As far as the glow, let me see, show you the glow. You can actually decrease the glow size, or decrease the brightness of the glow around it. So that's how that's done. It's pretty useful if you have two windows that are related, and you can just move it really nice together like that, and the other one's affected too. So that's how that's done, and that's it.